Hello everyone, once again at the Gnostic Takeover. Yeah, the energies, the intensity is picking up, the frequency is picking up, the velocity of how things are unfolding. My estimation is it goes pretty quick. We've made some major bold moves over the past, I'd say, 2 months. May and June have really been intense. Not only did we do our fasting in total 30 days, today we're in the 13th day after breaking our fast, so it really took like at least 10 to 11 days until I'm sort of getting back to the level of power and energy that I had before. When you fast for such a long time, I didn't expect that it really takes that long to recover. It's a great reset of the natural order, not the great reset, the frame, the wrong frame that Wetiko puts out, and you associate Klaus Schwab, Dr. Evil, with it. Has nothing to do with the real great reset of the natural order. That is encompassed and looks like it is a fast, and that resets your entire fabric of reality when you know what you're doing, especially when you work with the ultimate weapon of morality, which is the plant medicine, ayahuasca and datura, the major allies of the Gnostic Takeover. And yeah, it's just been really intense. We've made some major bold moves in the place where we have lived. Okay, we're grateful for the time we were able to live there. However, we, being in morality, we had to confront that which is immoral. And it's not an easy thing to do. You're risking everything. You're living in a house where the energies then start to get really intense because the principle of polarity applies, and it's, as it goes in the Kybalion, extremes meet according to this principle of natural law, principle of polarity, and this is what we experienced. The extremes meet, which eventually leads to alchemical transformation, which is the synthesis of opposites, and it's morality that wins at the end. Okay, every battle is won before it is fought. We don't have to fight, we only have to learn morality at a deep level and endure. It's all about endurance. Endurance is really important. Patience, all those disciplines. Discipline, fantastic. Very difficult to learn this. Simple, it's the truth. Because people want freedom quickly. Oh, let me have my freedom eating my chocolate cake and have all the sugar that I want. I want freedom. But this is not how it works when we delve deeper into sovereignty, into natural law, and self-responsibility looks very different to having a job, paying the rent. No, that's how they framed responsibility in this system of lies and deception. Real responsibility is what me and Liz have learned the last 1.5 years, and it has been difficult learning lessons. But we are the evidence that we can learn morality and that mankind can move on to the next level of existence, what we term the new paradigm. So today is a very important day, okay? We've got a nice fire going here. Liz is doing a good job, as always, taking it all in. And it's full moon today, for anyone who hasn't checked that. And this is where we do a fire. We've been doing this for the last full moons. Last full moon was where we started our second fast again. Little did we know at the full moon, we thought we would only do 1 day, then 1 day turned to 3 days, turned to 7 days, turned to 14 days, and then we did 16 at the end. It's ridiculous. And we did 3 fires in a row, because to harness the energy and to really do powerful shamanic energetic work, which has initiated us into the now, today. It all happens in the now. The 3rd of July 2023. Tomorrow is Independence Day, interestingly. Yeah, and we're claiming back our freedom. We took back our freedom. We have served today a 3rd notice after 2 notices before. This 3rd notice is what makes it absolute. There's something about the Trinity. This has to do with the Trinity. To serve 3 notices makes the liability kick into gear and the energetics to work, the electromagnetism. I would suppose also, this is a presumption, gonna assume, make a claim, this also has to do with the 3 layers of the dream that you have to bust. 3 layers, I'll be talking more about that. But now what's more important is this video is to show you how a court of justice of natural law truly looks like. You can call it whatever you want. Your own court of natural law. The court. It's a wrong frame that the court is in some satanic temple, probably of an ancient civilization that did very different things to this Archon manipulated society. There's nothing more criminal than judges and lawyers. They uphold this criminal pedo-satanic system of Wetiko, the spirit of evil. And this is the court here of the Gnostic Takeover. The court of natural law, the court of natural justice, the court of the natural field that supersedes, eliminates and dominates the artificial field where the Archons have interlinked themselves and have manipulated mankind for at least a century. And this is where it ends. Only we can end it, it can only happen through us, as I keep saying. And let me show you how this is done, alright? You can do this however you want. It's all about intention, it's about using the elements, it's about what you write, it's about taking yourself serious. So if Liz could be so kind to properly take it, alright, so you have a good grip. I've got my pyramid, I've got the notice of liability underneath the pyramid. I'm just going to add some more layers. Have a proper fire, okay, 3 is the number. I'm going to read this notice of liability. As you have noticed, I've mentioned my dad the last few videos, my former dad. Those are the bold moves we're making. The network is not outside, it's inside. It's in your immediate environment. This has been the big penny dropper for us, and this has changed everything and will change everything. So, notice of liability. Greetings to the man, Christopher Martin Wybrow, who at times acted as the father of another man, Stephen Wybrow. This notice is served on Monday, 3rd of July 2023, and constitutes a notice served in the private from one man Stephen Wybrow, to another man, Christopher Wybrow. As this notice ends the war that has been waging here on Earth, it is also in the interest of the wider public, and is therefore also shared in the public arena in the form of a video. Any legal or lawful opinion from another man or woman outside of the private circle of Stephen Wybrow, Christopher Wybrow and Lisandra Stadler is hereby neglected, as no one has any basis of authority on this matter due to lack of competence. It is so because the author of this document says so. In this moment now, he is the one and only authority on this matter. As the daughter of Earth, Lisandra Stadler is a witness to proceedings on the 3rd of July 2023. So kannst du es irgendwann in Fokus. You, Christopher Martin Wybrow, are hereby being held energetically liable under natural law with immediate effect. You are being held energetically liable by your former son, Stephen Wybrow, as well as by the daughter of Earth, Lisandra Stadler. You are therefore being held energetically liable by both genders, male and female, in equal balance, and that is the force of ultimate power of electromagnetism, which binds and holds you energetically liable to the infinite. This is the force of the one and only source of all creation. You have been identified and thoroughly exposed as an agent of the principle of the spirit of evil. You have the right to remain silent. There is no course of action you can take, as you have no authority and no power to change the inevitability of your energetic liability. This is the end. With you being held energetically liable as an agent of principle of the spirit of evil, so are all agents of the network of evil according to the holographic principle of creation. This network is a hive mind network. When one is held energetically liable, all are held energetically liable. As an agent of the network, you represent a consciousness that has committed genocide here on Earth over the course of at least 1 century. You have been hiding in plain sight at all times, and with this confrontation, all your power as gatekeeper of mankind is deactivated and nullified. The author of this document represents the interests of Earth and the plant medicine ayahuasca and datura, which can best be expressed by the term forces of ultimate power. The author, Stephen Wybrow, has been chosen by forces of ultimate power to take down the Archon Vampire Empire that you, Christopher Wybrow, serve as an agent for. With this notice of liability, the entire control system of this empire falls here on Earth. With one domino, all the dominoes fall. The foundation of this empire is based on one big lie. The lie is eliminated by the truth, right here, right now. This is so under the workings and the jurisdiction of natural law. No one can escape the law. As long as the roots of wickedness is hidden, it is strong. When it is recognized, it dissolves. When it is revealed, it perishes. With the entire control system represented by principal and agents of the Archon Vampire Empire, being held energetically liable in this very moment. There is no escape from the fact that this constitutes a shachmat. Game over, meaning the end for the Archon Vampire Empire here on Earth. This scenario concludes the reasoning that the Archon Vampire Empire has been taken down by a force superior to them, namely by representatives of forces of ultimate power. This concludes that this superior force exists in a plane of existence that is higher and superior to the plane of existence of the Archon Vampire Empire. This concludes that this superior force now has full leverage over the Archon Vampire Empire, which is now entirely subservient to this superior force. There is no escape from the reasoning that you, Christopher Martin Weyerbrau, as well as all the other agents of the network, have to serve the will and the commands of the representatives of this force. The following commands are the commands from the representatives of this force, Stephen Weyerbrau and Lisandra Stadler, that have to be followed with immediate effect now. We command you to follow our commands now. 1. The address revealed and house keys given to the beautiful new home, a new house of Stephen Weyerbrau and Lisandra Stadler, right by a lake, Wolfgangsee, in the Salzkammergut in Austria. 2. The keys to the new car of Stephen Weyerbrau and Lisandra Stadler that is already registered and parked in the driveway of the new home. 3. The immediate return of Leonie Maria Stadler to her mama Lisandra Stadler. 4. The immediate transfer of 369,000 euros for Lisandra Stadler, as well as 369,000 euros for Stephen Weyerbrau. This transfer of the total amount of 738,000 euros can be given in cash or transferred onto the following bank account, which the network has seen and can see in the description below. For every passing day, starting on the 3rd of July, where these commands have not been followed and fulfilled, we command extra payment of 100,000 euros for each one of us. That totals 200,000 euros for each day that these commands are not followed. This is so forever. The law is hereby set. Nothing in all creation can ever change this way of reasoning. Justice is king, the law is king. Here's the signatures, and this binds the entire network energetically and makes them energetically liable forever. This cannot be changed. This is the law. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. This is what activates it. This is what you do with your intention, power of your energy, taking yourself serious and always keep going, no matter what. We are the power and they fear us. Never let them invert that. See you next time. Take very good care and bye-bye.